Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectables. I'm armed with my Switzerland mug again. Hello to any Swiss viewers. And that can mean only one thing. Today we are continuing our look at the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary Funko Pop figures by looking at this legend. It's John Hammond. I have to admit, out of all of the Funko Pop figures, this is probably the one that I've been looking forward to most reviewing, simply because he has so many accessories. He's got the hat, he's got the glasses, and he's even got his little amber cane. And for me, I'm a big fan of that amber cane. I've got lots of replicas of that prop, and it means a lot to me. So it's really cool to have a miniature version of John Hammond. Taking a closer look at the packaging, you can see we've got the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary logo there. There's John Hammond in his little plastic prison. On the side we've got a little cartoony version of John Hammond, very nice. And then on the back we've got a rundown of all the other figures in this wave. We've already reviewed Dr. Alan Grant and we've reviewed the Dilophosaurus, so links to those are down below and we will be reviewing all of these. I haven't got Dennis Nedry yet, hopefully I'll get him at some point and then review him too. Okay, so without further ado, let's get this one out of the packaging and take a closer look. Okay, so with all the figures, they come with this protective plastic casing. And there is John Hammond. Let's get him out of that plastic bubble. Here he is, the Jurassic Park entrepreneur himself. I have to admit, I'm having trouble getting this guy to stand. Very nice detailed looking little figure. Really weighty like the other ones, obviously, because he's... Oh, there we go, and he's fallen over again. So, yeah, I am having trouble getting this John Hammond figure to stand straight off the bat. I think his feet are slightly curved, if you see him in profile, and his cane is a little bit, I don't know if you can see it here, but the cane is a little bit longer than the front of his toe, see? So that's going to rock him back. So the way I'm trying to alleviate that is just by pushing that cane forwards a little bit to try and make sure that he's balancing on his feet and not on that cane. But I do expect him to fall over again. There we go. So a little bit disappointing that he can't stand up. But overall, a very nice looking little figure. You might want to assist John Hammond with some kind of blue tack to help him stand on your shelf. So probably so far, this is my favourite head sculpt. I really like the way that they've sculpted the hair, especially around the back here. They've got individual pieces representing strands of hair. If I bring in Dr. Alan Grant here, reviewed on the channel, link is down below, you can see how John Hammond's hair is much more sort of sculpted looking. And you have individual strands, making it look a lot more bushy and full of life, whereas Alan's is sort of like sculpted lines. So I kind of prefer that on John Hammond. Really love the look of his glasses, the way that the plastic kind of refracts the eyes a little bit. Got these nice little highlights of gold going on. And really nicely sculpted hat. Now this is a really nice detail. They've actually sculpted every individual weave of the, what's it made of, straw hat? I suppose it's like a straw hat. Very nice indeed, very cool. Yeah, probably my favourite head sculpt out of all the figures so far. And then that continues down into the body where they've actually paid attention to the shirt that Hammond is wearing and the fact that it has those pleat lines going down either side. Very, very nice. It would have been very easy for them to have just done a white shirt and not really paid attention to that detail, but they've really shown a lot of care by putting in those little pleat lines. They are there if you go and watch the film. He's got his little watch there. He's got his ring on his little finger, which is actually there in the film. Really cool. And there, of course, is his amber cane. Looking really cool. Very nicely sculpted for something this small. And it does have a little amber topper. It's not transparent. It's just been painted orange, but you can barely see it. So it is a nice glossy orange and it does kind of do the job. I think it would have been nice to have had a cane with a little mosquito inside, but I can imagine the manufacturing on that would have been a nightmare. So I understand why they've gone this way. And then you've got his little sculpted feet there, his little slippers, his little white plimsoll shoes. Very nice. And I've always thought John Hammond has like a godly look to him. That's the whole point, obviously, because he created Jurassic Park. He's supposed to be, you know, this representation of of a god figure. Very, very nice. And in terms of articulation, this thing has 85 points of articulation. Here they are. That's all 85 points. Unfortunately, a little problem on mine. The glasses have actually come out of the point where they're supposed to be lodged. It's not so bad on this side, but it's actually glued up here. So these glasses are actually fixed higher up than they should be. They should really be in that groove. So as a result, I've got this sort of groove showing on the side of John Hammond's head. But, you know, that's a minor gripe, and overall, he still looks pretty cool. I'd probably display him this way. Okay, so size comparison time. Let's bring in the tape measure. You're looking at about... Oh, John, if only you would stay standing. Come on. Let's put some weight on you. Here we go, hopefully. Nope. Well, I'm just going to have to measure you lying down. Sorry, John. You're looking at about 4 inches long, which is about 10 centimeters. And in terms of the width, you're looking at about 3.5 inches, about 8-9 centimeters. Size comparison time. Let's bring in the Funko Pop Alan Grant, reviewed on the channel. Link is down below. He's a very nice detailed figure, comes with a little raptor claw. But you can see these two scale up nicely next to each other. Next, let's bring in the Funko Pop Dilophosaurus, again reviewed on the channel. Link is down below if you want to see this one close up. And lastly, let's bring in our good friend, It's Off Color Alan. You can see how those two scale up next to each other. Some sort of bizarre world where Hammond's head has suddenly inflated and Kenner Alan Grant is just confused by the whole situation. He's like, what's going on? So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the brand new Funko Pop Jurassic Park 25th Anniversary John Hammond. A very nice little detailed figure. A few little problems I've spotted, mainly the standing issue. That will put people off. I have managed to get him to stand now, and I think the trick really is to use a little bit of hot water, maybe to bend the cane a little bit away from the feet, so you don't have that problem where it's kind of pushing up on John Hammond and he falls backwards. The detail is actually really nice on this figure. This is probably my favourite sculpt of all the figures I've reviewed so far. And the paint job is really nice too. It's a shame that the gluing on the glasses was a little bit off on that left-hand side. But apart from that, it's a really nice looking little figure. Okay guys, let me know, did you pick this one up? I'd love to hear your comments down below about the figures that you are getting or would like to get. In the meantime, guys, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.